Recording.
Welcome to Procurement Marketplace. Today we'll be answering 11 frequently asked questions. Introducing the founder and CEO, Amy-Renee Hovorka. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Maria.
The first question we have for you today is, what's the structure of the employment contract?
The structure of the employment contract will actually be as a casual employee. So procurement professionals will be hired as casual employees. They can do it in addition to their current work if they want to, until it picks up enough to take over their current work. And they'll be paid on a project basis.
Okay. How do the buyers get work and how do I get work if I wanted to work with procurement?
So the procurement professionals, when you register in the platform, you are actually signaling to buyers what your expertise is, what categories you're relevant in. So you get work when a buyer goes in and finds those categories, picks that category and the level of expertise that you have, and then if you're in there, it's an automatic match. Otherwise, we might need to do some manual adjustments.
So is there 3 different levels, like beginner, expert, and advanced? Is that what you're talking about there?
Yeah, so there's a beginner, which is up to 5 years experience. So it's under 5 years experience, fairly early in the procurement professional journey. And then there's advanced, which is 5 years to 20 years. Now, if you happen to have certifications or anything like that, like Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply, or if you have a master's degree, you can go into an expert. So expert is 20 years plus and a certification or a relevant master's degree.
That's excellent. How do I get paid?
How do you get paid? What a great question. So what we're doing is we're creating wallet system on the platform. So you'll actually do your projects and earn money into the wallet, which you can then pay through PayPal or straight into your bank account, or whatever way you want to get paid. There's a minimum of $30 withdrawal. So if you've got less than $30, you can't withdraw it, but these projects are in the thousands, so that should be okay. And you have the opportunity to then also manage your wallet like a bank.
So there's a few options there with how we can get paid.
Yes, there is.
How quickly can I start?
Well, you can start straight away by registering onto the ProcMarket, registering as a procurement professional, and you can start straight away. But as far as how quickly do you get projects, well, that all depends on how quickly we can bring in the buyers. So we're bringing in the buyers as quick as we can. We haven't launched yet, but when we do, we're going to be marketing out to Australian buyers, to United Arab Emirates, to India, to South Africa, lots of different regions. So we'll be bringing in those buyers as soon as we can. Like when you join a new job, you have 4 weeks notice from your old job before you can start. Just think about it like that. Give us 4 weeks. A lot can happen in 4 weeks.
When is the launch date?
The launch date is actually Tuesday, the 10th of May. It's
Wow,
very
around the
exciting.
corner.
Yeah, definitely just around the corner.
Okay. What does it mean if I'm a beginner, expert, or advanced? I think you've already covered that question, so we'll skip to the next. How do I work with a client?
How do you work with a client? In terms of how do you engage with the client?
Yeah.
So a client picks you in the platform based on your categories of expertise and level of expertise. So the client will pick a project that they want to do, a procurement product, and you'll come up. Then what will happen is you'll match and you'll go into the collaboration zone. Now, the collaboration zone is where you're going to communicate with the client. It's all remote working, work from home, virtual working. So you'll be able to communicate with the client via messaging system on the platform. You'll be able to do video conferencing, set up meetings, scheduling, share documents, and also sign documents on the platform.
That's excellent. So that's all on the platform. You can do that.
All on the platform. We want to have it as collaborative as possible. We want you to come into the platform and have a reason to stay in the platform.
How do I share documents? I'm assuming from the platform.
From the
Or
platform
email.
through the platform. Well, that's a really great question, Maria, because the platform will actually email you. If you haven't seen your message straight away, you'll also get an email, but your email address will never be shared. You'll have just an email through the platform.
Okay. What happens if I'm sick and if I can't meet the time frame of delivery?
Ooh, that's
This is
a
a
good one.
question that
So,
keeps coming up. So
yeah, it is. Okay, so what happens if you're sick and you can't meet delivery? So you have to let the administration know, administration of ProcMarket know that you're sick and that you might not be able to meet delivery. That will give us time to put someone else on the project. It might mean that you are taken off the project if you can't deliver. If you're just sick and it's a little bit delayed, then we'll assess what the risk of the project is. But basically, the most important thing is that the client gets their project delivered on time, on quality, and on budget.
of course, that is the most important thing. How long is the project time frame estimated by? Like, is it a 2-month project, 3 months, or it just depends on the project?
It depends on the project itself. So, for example, a source to contract project would be 3 months. So it'd be 1 month for setting up the source to contract, setting up the contract, setting up all the scope of work, the RFX documentation, 1 month out to the market where it will go out to get responses, and then 1 month in evaluation. So if you look at those timeframes, if you're doing a scope of work, it'll pretty much be delivered in 7 days. But we're going to have standard timeframes for delivery of each of the products. So you'll be agreeing that those will be delivered within those timeframes.
Okay. What happens after completion? Can I start another project?
Absolutely. So what we're going to be doing in terms of completion, if you've just done one piece of work, let's say you did a risk assessment with the client and you've done an excellent risk assessment and the client wants to keep working with you, we'll have it in the platform in the collaboration zone that they can then order other pieces of work with you directly on that category.
Okay.
Other products.
Oh, that's. Can I have more than one project? It's pretty much answered.
You can definitely have more than one project. You can have several projects as long as you manage to delivery. So on time, on quality, on budget, and you can have several projects running. So you could have several source to contract projects running because really it's not a full-time job running one. You could have up to 5 of them running if you're really organized and great at managing your time. But this is an important point, right? This is remote working. You have to manage your time independently. You're not really reporting into anyone except on deliverables. And the deliverables might be checked by quality assurance in the platform, but you're not reporting into anyone. So you have to be able to self-manage and self-direct yourself.
Okay, thank you, Amy, for answering all those questions. And we hope that any other questions anyone gets that needs to ask us, let us know on ProcMarket.com. I don't know if that's the right thing to say. Is that good?
Thanks, Maria.
Anytime. Thank you.